Arsenal get clear Riccardo Calafiori transfer update after verbal agreement reached in deal. Arsenal defender Riccardo Calafiori has been linked with a move away in the summer transfer window, and now an update has emerged on his future in North London. A potential move for Riccardo Calafiori to Real Madrid is all but dead after Los Blancos reached a verbal agreement to sign Chelsea defender Marc Cucurella. Real head coach Jose Mourinho has been keen on signing Calafiori from Arsenal. It has been suggested that Mourinho sees Calafiori as the final piece to his defensive puzzle that early moves to build a new backline for the La Liga side. Denzel Dumfries and Ibrahima Konate are expected to join Real, and the Italian could have been their new left-back. But Football.London understands the Gunners have no intention of selling Calafiori, and are under no pressure to agree to a sale, with the 24-year-old having 3 years remaining on his contract. And it is also understood that a potential transfer looks unlikely to materialise, with Cucurella now heading to the Santiago Bernabeu instead. The Blues have reached an agreement with Real for a deal worth up to £51.7 million. It is understood that an initial fee of £47.4 million has been agreed, with around £4.3 million in add-ons also secured. The official documents are still to be finalised, but the deal is expected to be announced within the week, with Cucurella making the switch to this summer's World Cup. Chelsea were not actively looking to sell, but it is understood that Cucurella was open to the right move and was keen to depart Stamford Bridge. The defender had only signed a new deal with the Blues last summer and still has 3 years left on it. While the news is a boost to Arsenal, with the Gunners not needing to sell one of their defenders, Calafiori's availability has been a point of frustration for Mikel Arteta and supporters during his time at the club. Since arriving at the Emirates Stadium in 2024, the Italian has missed 44 match-day squads for club and country due to injury, across 9 separate problems according to Transfermarkt. In addition, Arteta confirmed that, after playing against Crystal Palace on the final day, he had suffered an issue in midweek, which meant he was unable to both start and come off the bench in the UEFA Champions League final. When asked pre-match in Budapest to explain his lineup for the final, Arteta said, "Jurriën Timber wasn't ready to start. He's done really well to at least be in the position to contribute with certain minutes. And with Richie, we've had certain issues with him during the week as well, so the others are starting." While Calafiori is highly rated in North London, and the preference would be to hold on to him to maintain their depth in that position, the reality is that a huge offer would not be ridiculous for the Gunners to ignore after his injury struggles. Arsenal get clear Riccardo Calafiori transfer update after club confirm signing. Riccardo Calafiori has been linked with a move away from Arsenal this summer, and now an update has emerged on his future at the Emirates Stadium. A potential transfer for Riccardo Calafiori to Real Madrid is virtually off the table. The Los Blancos announced the signing of Spanish defender Marc Cucurella from Chelsea. Real boss Jose Mourinho has been eager to bring Calafiori in from Arsenal. It had been suggested that Mourinho views Calafiori as the missing piece in his defensive overhaul following initial moves to reshape the backline at the La Liga giants. Denzel Dumfries and Ibrahima Konate are set to join Real, and the Italian could have become their new left-back. But it is understood that the Gunners have no plans to offload Calafiori, and are under no obligation to sanction a sale, with the 24-year-old having 3 years left on his contract. And it is also believed that a potential deal is now unlikely to happen, with Cucurella heading to the Santiago Bernabeu instead. The Blues have struck an agreement with Real for a transfer worth up to £51.7 million. It is understood that an opening fee of £47.4 million has been settled upon, with approximately £4.3 million in add-ons also agreed. The official paperwork has now been completed, with Cucurella joining up with his new teammates after this summer's World Cup. Chelsea were not actively looking to offload the player, but it is understood that Cucurella was receptive to the right opportunity and was eager to leave Stamford Bridge. The defender had only put pen to paper on a fresh contract with the Blues last summer, which still had 3 years remaining on it. While the development is welcome news for Arsenal given the Gunners won't need to part with one of their own defenders, Calafiori's availability has been a source of considerable frustration for Mikel Arteta and the club's supporters throughout his time at the Emirates. Since his arrival in North London in 2024, the Italian has been absent from 44 match-day squads for both club and country through injury, spanning 9 separate spells. Furthermore, Arteta confirmed that, following his appearance against Crystal Palace on the final day of the season, the defender had picked up a problem during the week, ruling him out of both starting and coming off the bench in the UEFA Champions League final. While Calafiori is held in high regard at the Emirates and the club would ideally retain him to preserve their defensive depth, the reality is that a substantial offer would be difficult for the Gunners to dismiss given his persistent injury record.